Hi, welcome to this video today. It's the 2nd of January. It's the first trading day of the new year. We've got some decent volatility around. Just want to expand a little bit on the view I gave just before the new year in terms of my favourite trading strategy for 2019 as I see things right now, which is just simply to buy safe currencies over risk currencies and take advantage of big money flow. Now, we did start doing this a little while back in terms of the Japanese yen. We loaded numerous videos on the yen. Just buy it on risk currencies. And the yen has had a fantastic move to the upside. And you can see our current positions in our video that we did on New Year's Eve. They've got a little bit better today, so we're happy about that. Now, the yen will have retracements, but the yen for us going forward is extremely bullish. You are reversing big money flows that have been in place for years against the yen. Now, bullish of the yen, but a lot of traders have asked me, what about the USD? Will that collapse in 2019? I'm asked this every single year. The USD will not collapse. I think the USD will have a major move to the upside. It's shown some decent strength in terms of some pairs, and it's been a little bit quiet in terms of other pairs. But the USD cannot collapse, okay, against most other major currencies. I mean, the only currency we're actually bullish or bearish of the USD on is the yen. The USD over the longer term should get stronger on other majors. It's the global reserve currency, so it won't collapse against other majors. Now, if risk off accelerates, expect a big move up in the USD. And I will just discuss this in a little bit more detail on a storyboard. You can see why the USD could follow the yen far higher. So let's go and take a look at some key points. All right, let's have a look at why the USD we think could firm up behind the yen. Now, in terms of what we need to keep in mind is its global reserve status and also the amount of dollars in circulation. Now, let's just take point number one. Share of global GDP for the USA is just under approximately 20%. But look how it dominates the currency markets. Over 60% of countries, that's equal to 70% of global GDP, use the USD as an anchor or are pegged to it. Now look at point number three. Proportion of trade invoiced in USD is a similar amount, approximately 70%. It's massive. Now look at the one, just proportion of trade invoiced 8%, euro 6%. Now about 10 years ago, I heard the euro was going to take over from the USD as the global reserve currency. Hasn't quite managed it, has it? And it won't. More recently, it's been the yuan. There is absolutely no chance whatsoever. China is in such deep trouble. So the USD is the global reserve currency by default. Now, think about this. Around 40% of all loans issued worldwide are in USD. Okay, even foreign banks issue more loans in USD than they do in their base currency. Banks of UK, EU and Japan, for example. Now look at the amount of debt just in emerging markets in USD. Businesses, households, governments, they've loaded up on an estimated 40 trillion in debt after 2008, after you had all the cheap money coming into the economy or global economy. Now, why will the USD go up? Well, we know that US rate hikes, they're expected to be less now by the market just a few months ago. So, yeah, perceptions of US rate rises have really declined. But what other central banks can be raising rates unless they're in real big trouble, like Turkey, for example? There aren't any, are there? But keep in mind this, the Fed are reducing their balance sheet each month. That's taking dollars out of circulation, okay? And you're getting less loans granted in USD. Now we're in a more risk-off type of environment, and loans are having to be repaid, the ones that come due. That reduces USDs in circulation. Now, we often say safe haven flows when you get risk off. Safe haven flows are really just 0.6. Okay, they're not actually safe haven flows. It's less dollar loans being granted, more loans being paid back, and of course you've got that reduction in the balance sheet in the background. So my own view is if the USD were to collapse, so would the whole global financial system. But I think what you will see is that if risk off really starts to accelerate, then the USD is going to go up. Okay, I can't see it being any other way. And our major exposure, as I said, is we've been heavily long the yen, but we're looking very closely at increasing our USD exposure. This year, a lot of people have warned a bit that it could be the year that there is the biggest global turmoil, financial turmoil in history, and it really could get that bad. So for us, it's the safe currencies over the risk, and the two top safe currencies for us are the USD and the JPY. I'll do some videos on the USD. I mean, someone said a little bit too focused on the yen. I've done numerous videos, but I'm just so bullish of the yen. It's doing really, really well. So I'm hoping it's going to do a little bit better, and I'm hoping or looking at the USD to follow it higher. I think we're in for a year of extreme financial turbulence. So I hope this video has helped. You found it useful. Thank you very much for watching me as usual. Take care. Have a good day.